The new Dust Devil warbond has just dropped, and you know what that means. You're staring at the page, medals burning a hole in your digital pocket, asking that familiar question, is any of this stuff actually good? This time, all eyes are on the new assault rifle, the AR-2 Coyote, and its fire-breathing rounds. We've all been burned before, pun definitely intended, wasting our hard-earned medals on guns that look amazing in the armory but handle like a wet noodle in the battlefield. Is the Coyote another flash in the pan, or is it finally the S-tier assault rifle we've been longing for? Let's find out. Alright, let's talk numbers, because this is where the Coyote story really begins. You can grab it on the first page of the Dust Devil warbond, so it's pretty easy to get on your hands. It comes out of the box with 75 damage per shot, a 45 round magazine, and a fire rate of 600 RPM. So what does that actually mean? Well, 75 damage is a very solid number for an AR, putting it in a competitive spot right away. But the real game changer is pairing that damage with a 45 round mag. Having that much lead to sling before a reload is a huge quality of life upgrade. It means more uptime, more dead enemies, and less time fumbling for a new mag while a hunter is about to lick your face off. But the other two stats are where the Coyote really carves in its identity. A medium arm penetration and the Sindri rounds. Sure, we have other medium pen primaries like the Liberator Penetrator, but they always come with a catch, like lower damage or a tiny magazine for example. The Coyote on the other hand, seems to do it all. It can tear through the armor of enemies like Hive Guards and Biospewers, a target that would laugh at your standard Liberator, and it does it without a noticeable hit to its damage. Those incendiary rounds apply a damage over time effect, meaning even if your target survives the initial burst, they'll keep taking damage as they burn. This is incredibly powerful for controlling crowds and softening up beefier enemies. You can tag a few enemies in the group and let the flames do the rest. This rifle isn't just about direct damage, it's about efficiency, turn the battlefield into a barbecue pit for the enemies of democracy. Even just on paper, the AR-2 Coyote looks like one of the most versatile primary concepts we've seen in a long time. So out in the field, this thing is an absolute monster against the bugs. This is where the Coyote feels right at home actually, the perfect showcase. A bug breach. As swarms of hunters and warriors start pouring out, you'll immediately see where this gun is all about. A short, controlled burst can set an entire pack ablaze. Hunters with their low health just melt. A couple of shots to ignite them, and the panic and fire damage will usually finish them off before they can even leap, neutralizing one of the most annoying enemies in the game. Watching a pack of them go up in flames instead of dive bombing your squad is a beautiful thing. Against the tougher, medium armor bugs, the Coyote really proves its worth. Hive Guards, which are a total pain with their front-facing shields, are no longer a major issue. You don't have to waste time trying to flank them or aim for the tiny weak spots, you just shoot them. The medium penetration punches right through, and the fire cooks them from the inside. The same goes for Biospewers. While you still want to pop their big green sacks for that satisfying explosion, the Coyote lets you fight them head on if you're caught in a really bad spot, chipping away at their health right through their armor. And that huge magazine is a godsend in these chaotic fights. With 45 rounds, you can hold down the trigger just a tad longer to lock down their choke point without having to immediately dive for cover to reload. The recoil is surprisingly manageable, letting you stay on target even when you're going full auto. This mix of medium penetration, fire, and deep magazine makes the Coyote an incredibly tool for clearing nests and holding the line. It's one of the few guns that can apply pressure to a huge variety of targets at once, making it arguably the best assault rifle for fighting the bug's menace. So how is it like on the bots? Similar to how it feels on the bug front, using this against bots is actually incredibly welcoming in terms of generally how powerful it is against them all at once. Against the troopers and devastators, a small burst here and there is enough to dismantle the most hardened bots on the front. That medium pen really helps out, as though you can easily focus around enemies' weak points. The following can just as well be aimed wherever you like on the enemy's hardened armor and easily damage enough to where the incendiary rounds fire will finish up the rest of the target, even if you don't use everything up. Pretty much no matter where you go with this on the bot front, it does incredibly well for the sort of environment it sets itself up into. It also allows you to worry less about needing to bring a secondary with medium pen to deal with the everyday enemies you may face. However, do keep in mind that the weapon is not really ideal for anything with heavy armor. Something a lot of you are generally familiar with anyway, since it will struggle against a 1v1 matchup. But if you can aim for the weak point with the following in hand, that extra bit of fire damage may come in handy when needed. And lastly, the squids. Well, it's pretty damn good against them as well. With how little armor the squids utilize on the front, the following is able to chew through them relatively well. The voteless only need 1 to 2 shots max to kill a singular one, so having a 45 mag against them allows you to control your weapon and maintain how much ammo is actually being used throughout. Against the overseers, I find that about half the mag is enough to kill one, if you aim for the head or chest, and also rely on the fire damage to finish the rest. That medium pen and incendiary combo is such a huge clutch when things get really hectic on your side. Like, using this against an elevated overseer is a huge win when that incendiary rounds tears through them, and also lights them up for additional damage. And the flesh mobs? While I wouldn't recommend using a primary to take out a flesh mob alone, since primaries are kind of limited on ammo, the Coyote is pretty well adjusted to deal with them when needed to. As mentioned, that fire damage will help you out big time, and will allow you to finish them up in a more faster fashion compared to having a non-fire based primary. Ideally, you will want to use your primary and a grenade to efficiently take them out. That way, not too much ammo is being lost, and it also gives you time to breathe. So what about the errors? Of course, every weapon should have some kind of error, right? While the Coyote excels at turning bugs into charcoal, and its performance is pretty amazing from mine and community experience, I've personally found that the weapon only has one issue, and that is its use in close range fights. The Coyote seems to be more of a mid to long range weapon than an up close and personal weapon because of its relatively slow fire rate. While this isn't a huge issue, it can be troublesome if you ever face against a more fast and moving enemy that gets up close to you to attack, like the warriors for example. The weapon's damage is capable of dealing with these threats fair enough if you manage to catch them off guard. But that's kind of it when you look into it. It seems to exceed really well in other areas and barely has any negatives that would hurt most players' experience. So after all that, we're back to the big question. Is the AR-2 Coyote worth your medals? The answer is a massive yes. For your dedicated Terminids and squid exterminators, this weapon is a must buy. It feels like it was forged specifically to fight these enemies. Its power to manage swarms, punch through medium armor, and set everything on fire makes it one of the most effective and satisfying primaries in game. If you spend your days spreading managed democracy on bug infested worlds, don't even hesitate. This will probably be your new favourite toy. And for the newer players, or anyone short medals, the AR-2 Coyote is a fantastic investment. It's versatile and a powerful gun that performs well in most situations you'll find yourself in. Its weaknesses are easily covered by standard support weapons, and it offers a significant power boost over the starting guns. It's a weapon that will stay useful for a very long time. The Coyote absolutely lives up to the hype. It's a top tier assault rifle that expertly fills a gap in our arsenal, blending damage, crowd control, and armor pen into one beautiful package. Ultimately, the Dust Devil Warbond delivered a real gem with the AR-2 Coyote. It's effective, it's a blast to use, and that's the perfect combination. It's a fantastic addition to the Helldiver arsenal and shows the devs are listening to our request for a powerful and interesting primary. But that's just my 2 cents. I want to hear from you. Have you been using the Coyote? What do you think? Have you found a specific build where it really shines out? Drop your loadouts and your experience in the comment below. Your intel helps the whole community get better at this. And like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again, Helldivers.